Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
We took a little hiatus.
Notice anything different? Oh, by the way, I think I'm going to hold my microphone like this today because I feel like a podcast like this for real.
She's the only one with the low neck.
I like the one with the
I want to do that.
I like the fact that
Right.
on it.
Shit. Well,
me
we all
too.
just do that.
I like it.
Anyway,
We're gonna talk
it's
like
more
this.
crisp.
I
No,
feel like I'm about to interview somebody right now. Like,
How are you doing today?
Tell me how you feel.
Tell me how you feel.
fantastic.
All right.
oh god,
Golly. Okay. Welcome back to our channel, guys. Another episode of
Sipping and Spilling.
Today we are sipping on just random stuff. Honestly, you guys, you don't even want to know what's in these cups. It's the most random thing ever. But
Taylor
that's for
Ford.
us to know. I'm gonna tell them. Happy dad.
coffee.
What you got?
This is Riesling.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, fancy pinky
Fancy.
sip.
We love a
Fancy,
classy.
fancy.
lady.
It was only $9.99 at Publix, so please.
Oh my god. Just ignore whatever just happened.
That didn't actually happen in real life. You imagine that?
You
You imagine?
Everybody's week, man. It's been a little while. Sorry we haven't been, we haven't come back with another episode for you guys, but life happens, shit happens. We got busy, but we're here now. Okay, so support us and love us, and we'll love you back.
That's all that matters.
How was everyone's week? What's going on? What's going on, guys?
Good.
What is going on?
Had my little trip to Ohio. That was interesting. I went to my first ever NFL game. That was a lot of fun. Surf neutrals, big fan. That's me.
Nice.
My week has been
what's today? Wednesday?
Thursday.
Thursday. See, I don't even know what day it is anymore. Well, I don't know really what I did this week. I did get fired recently, you guys, but we're not gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about
legal purposes only.
I got fired from my bartending job this weekend, but that's no biggie. We're good. Everything's a Gucci.
Okay.
Still got other stuff to focus on, but if you want to know the story, you can hit me up.
Hit me up.
I would love to tell you guys. Anyway, that's what happened with my life.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing really interesting. I should be going to my first NFL game this week. So this weekend. If all goes well. Another day goes by. We'll
She
see.
had plans with me and she bailed on me, but it's fine.
She's the one supporting my decisions.
I'm not supporting. There's a difference. I'm not supporting, but I'm not supporting. You know?
I'm going for the plot. I really
Oh, I
wanna go
thought you
to
said
an
it was
NFL game.
college.
No.
Oh.
It's Miami Dolphins.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've never been.
Do I know who you're going with?
I am going back to school. I guess I'll announce it now. This will be my last episode with the girls.
Sad.
Last
no,
episode,
what
but
you about?
I will be coming
He's like,
back.
I've had enough.
But man, get away from the
he's mad
camera.
at you.
All right. Oh,
He's mad at you.
that's what
He
happened.
literally got up as soon as you said it.
He's upset at you. He's leaving.
Wow.
I'm out of here.
Oh, he's really gone.
I'm so sorry, bro.
You done did it. You done did it.
But for
man.
good reasons, though.
Yeah. So I'll be going back to school and finding a new job and just relocating to Orlando. Yeah.
Bigger city.
I need something bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big things happening, different vibes,
Exactly.
Yeah.
new beginnings.
Yep.
I love you guys. Thank you for doing this with me, starting it with me.
No.
But she's still gonna come down and do
still gonna
pop-ups
be in
and be in
them, yeah.
episodes. Like,
just shed a tear.
Oh my god.
So have no fear. We're gonna continue, but Daphne's gonna be popping up on y'all whenever she feel like it. Okay, so just be on the lookout for her.
yeah.
Taylor, or we might pop out on her. I don't know yet.
Oh, come to Orlando.
Oh, trip to Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll plan it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, bet.
Yeah, my week has been eventful.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't share with y'all what happened, but
Another time.
it went great.
Yeah.
Times are looking up.
Been busy.
Yeah, just working. Nothing really special happened this week other than my doctor's appointment,
Yeah.
Okay.
which went well.
Went well.
Yay.
I'm healthy.
Yay.
So that's good.
We love a healthy woman.
One that goes to the doctors.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Please go to the doctor's, y'all.
Yeah,
Like, go
just
for your
make an appointment,
checkups.
Just
Like,
go real quick. It's
At least one time a year, like at least.
the bare minimum, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we switched up the scenery today because Taylor has this fantastic yard that we had to take advantage of, and the weather's finally like chilling out here in Florida
Finally.
for us for a little bit. Our little version of whatever cold front we're getting.
Yeah.
week of winter.
yeah, a little colder.
Hopefully it stays this time. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Next
like
week's supposed to
it was
be good.
70 degrees this morning, and then
69.
When I was at the park this morning, it was
69.
62 degrees, and I wore a sports bra. And
What
I
time
said, the
did you-
one day I was brave and wore a sports bra to do my walk, I'm cold.
Yeah.
Nipples on
You
10.
you should have jogged a little bit.
Yeah, too much. That's too much. But yeah, it is nice out. No
Yeah,
complaints.
that's so
No
nice.
clouds. No. Actually, let me just stop and be grateful because if I'm gonna jinx it,
You know
I'm gonna
Florida,
jinx
it'll change
it.
up so quick.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys, we got what we have in store for you guys today. Drum roll, please. Not my pink bra showing. Oh god. Okay. Guys, today we're gonna be diving into friendships and friend breakups and all the
Good
jazz. Yeah, friend breakups, healing from them, you know, our experiences. We're gonna share with you guys, and it's gonna be interesting because I'm pretty sure everybody has a different version, and there can be so many versions of why you would stop being friends with somebody or why they would stop being friends with you.
What was the first topic again?
So we can start off by just what was your guys' first friend breakup? Like, it doesn't even have to be like
Dramatic or anything?
dramatic, best friend, like soul sister, but like just like the first time you remember stop being friends with somebody. Like,
I feel like it happens so often though. Like when you just drift.
I remember my first one was in high school, and it was with a friend. We had been best friends since sixth grade year, so the beginning of middle school, and then we stopped being friends either sophomore or junior year, I want to say, and it was because she fell out. We had a mutual friend, right? Okay, we're gonna make up names, so we're gonna say my best friend at the time was, we're gonna use my sister's names, Ashley, and then the mutual friend that Ashley and I had was Jasmine. So Ashley and Jasmine were friends, of course, and they had a falling out. So in turn, that led to Ashley, my best friend at the time, telling me that she could no longer be my friend if I didn't stop being friends with Jasmine.
I don't like those ultimatums.
Right.
Yeah.
So guess what I did? Because nobody tells me what to do. I did not being friends. What did I just say? I did not stop being friends with Jasmine, and I respectfully told her, like, I have no reason to. Like, and what they fell out for, it wasn't that anything crazy. It was over a boy. It was over a boy. So I was like, no, absolutely not. And she really did stop being my friend for
Well,
it.
this is high school. Like,
Yeah, it was high
that's
school.
a
Yeah.
very high school thing to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But very
it was-
mature of you
Yeah.
in high school. Very mature of you in high
Not
school
picking
to
a
not
side.
like
Oh yeah, for sure.
be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And then me and Jasmine eventually stopped being friends too. Not over anything like crazy, but yeah, that was my first one I could ever think of because we were friends for years. Like,
That's funny.
so
I could go all the way back to elementary school. I remember I stopped being friends with this girl because there was this other girl also named Taya, but hers was Taha, and our birthdays were the same freaking day. And there,
That's crazy.
we
do you have a double?
we didn't look alike, but
you know what I mean.
I mean we were both like light skinned, but I mean I guess people always say light skinned people look like other light skinned people. But if you look close enough, no we don't. Anyway, she had a birthday party the same weekend I had a birthday party, and then my friend Emily at the time went to her birthday party instead of my. She was like my best friend. Went to her birthday party because it was at like, not what was that arcade place that was like headed to the beach? Do you guys know? It had like, I don't know. It was like
Fort
some
Myers?
like go kart.
Oh,
You know?
I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're talking about.
Zoomer. Yeah.
Zoomers.
So she was having hers there. I was having mine at the park. So a lot of people went
We know
to
why they
her
chose.
birthday. You know what? I'm thinking about it now. I understand. But yeah, so I stopped being friends with her for that. But that was like,
Oh, so you stopped me? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, because that was fake. Why didn't you go to my party?
Yeah, I'm your best friend.
Literally,
Like,
girl. But Emily, if you see this, how are you? You know, do you ever like wonder about elementary school friends? Like,
Yeah.
like where are you?
Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
doing in life right now?
Yeah.
But that was my first.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't know if I remember a first. I remember kind of like a recent that wasn't that traumatic, but it was a girl I was hanging out with. Her boyfriend and the guy I was messing with at the time were best friends, and me and her were hanging out all the time, and we would hang out together. And she knew for a while that he was messing with somebody else on the side,
Ooh.
but she didn't tell me because her boyfriend, which is his best friend, told her not to tell me. And I found out on my birthday because we got drunk, and then she spilled it to me, and then I was like,
Girl,
"You're
fuck
fucking
you, right?
fake.
You
like,
knew-
why
you
didn't
knew
you
this the
tell
whole
me?"
time.
She's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, no, like you're supposed to be my friend. Like I get it.
There's no excuse.
Your man told you, but you could at least give me like a heads up. Like, hey, girl, like
Your boyfriend's friends are never your friends.
You're either a girl's girl or you're not.
Right.
Like, what? Just
never.
Especially when it comes to your
right.
friend. Too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, so we just stopped being friends like that day.
Literally.
But yeah, there's that.
You shouldn't punch her.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, y'all were drunk.
Yeah,
It was
she was
your
so
birthday.
sweet. Like, she's such a nice girl. It's just like, so she could be easily manipulated in a sense. So it was like, I wasn't so much mad at her. I mean, I was pissed at him.
Yeah.
But like, I was just mad at the fact that you didn't tell me and you're supposed to be my friend.
Right. Yeah, because that's like, where does your loyalty?
And you tell me on my birthday.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bruh.
I remember when I was in Miami, there was like a group of girls that I was always friends with, and there was one day they just stopped talking to me. And I think it was because the best friend that I had from like first grade when I first went to Miami, and then to like fourth grade, we were like so close. And then she told everybody to stop talking to me, and everyone stopped talking to me. I don't know what I did to her, and I have her on social media till this day. So hey, girl, if you're watching, but yeah, it was just so weird, and that was just so like.
How old
I don't
were you?
even know. That was like 9.
Okay.
And then everybody just stopped talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Little girls are
mean
weird.
girl.
Yeah, like
Mean
it was
girl
such a
vibes.
mean girl vibe. Like they were all cool with me at first. The next thing you know, they stopped talking to me. I'm like, okay.
You have a great memory. 9 years old.
Mine, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was traumatic. I stepped in dog shit.
The same day?
Oh no. Oh no.
I would never be able to
And
forget
then I went
that.
to class and I had this smell on my feet. I'm like, bro, why is this happening?
Is that why they stopped being your friend? Because you stepped in dog poop.
But anyway, let's get down to the nitty gritty, you guys. Let's talk about red flags. Let's talk about red flags and just red flags that you notice in friends, and maybe because I have a habit of like ignoring red flags with men too, but like I've definitely ignored a lot of red flags when it came to friends. And
I like how you threw that in there real quick with men too.
anyway, men don't hit me up.
The men don't hit me up.
So I can think of like the last 2 friends, right, that I stopped being friends with that we were really close, and thinking back on it, like there was just so many red flags that I've noticed and I completely ignored. And you know what's funny, and like in therapy today, my therapist said something, and this goes for like anybody. When somebody shows, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, right? Especially when they show you multiple times. And these said friends have done so many things. So like, for example, talking about people excessively, especially behind their back, in front of you or to you. Like, for example, one of the said friends would talk a lot about their friends to me and in front of me, bad, like about their best friend, about their close friends. And it's like, then sometimes I would just think like, okay, if they're doing that, like, yeah, what are they saying behind my back? You know, that's a red flag.
Well, that's definitely one of the big ones. Like, if you have a friend that's always talking shit about their friends, but yet always around them,
right?
Child,
smiling in their face if you're just talking about them to
and they don't even say the things that they're saying to you.
Yeah.
Like, if we're talking, and I'm like, dang, Taya, like, Lizzie, da-da-da-da. But I'm going to tell Lizzie what the fuck I'm about to say. Like, what I said. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
like, I had this conversation with Lizzie. You know what I mean? But some people just don't care to have conversations with their friends and talk shit behind their backs the whole time.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
And another one is just somebody who is just so negative all the time, constantly just saying the worst out of, or being in the worst attitude about certain situations. Like, that rubs off on you, or
every
that situation. I feel like, yeah, about every situation. And like, I will say, like, it's there's a fine line between obviously somebody who's dealing with mental health issues, but that's not the case here. Just somebody who is very negative, and even negative about, like, in the way that they show up for you, like supporting you in anything you do. Maybe they're negative about that, and just a negative person. I don't know, and that could really, like, that it becomes draining, honestly, like hanging out with somebody like that. And I've realized that towards the end of this friendship, that it was almost like hard for me to make that the reason why I would cut it off. So I didn't cut it off for that reason. But yeah, that's definitely a red flag. Like, and you can try to help that situation if you want, try to bring them up, but they're gonna keep bringing you down. They're gonna keep being negative, and then if somebody doesn't want to be helped, you can't can't force them to want to be helped. And
unfortunately, we do have to grow. A lot of us grow up to like realize that. because we just we want to help. We pour into other people that don't pour into us.
Exactly.
You know, so
you can't keep.
that's
What is the saying? You can't keep watering what doesn't bloom, or something like that.
I know
Anyway.
what you mean, but like you can't just keep pouring into a strained cup. You know what I mean? Like, or a broken cup. Like,
yeah, because then your cup is gonna be empty, brother. Yeah. What's another red flags that you guys have noticed? Like, think back to like ones that you've noticed in your friendships.
I think someone that hasn't grown, like in the time that you've known them, like they've just stayed the same person the whole time you've known them. And I feel like those kind of friendships fall apart anyways, because if you're growing and that friend's not growing, then it's just not going to work out anyways, because the things you have in common 10, 15 years ago, you probably aren't going to have in common today. Someone that doesn't respect boundaries, not the other friends only, but like in general, doesn't respect boundaries, because if they don't respect someone else's boundaries, they're not going to respect your boundaries, and they probably don't respect their own boundaries.
Not at all.
So...
I want to kind of go off of what Lizzie said about like the red flags and just pouring into others. Sometimes people who are negative are just going to be like that until they want to change.
Sure.
So I had this girl who I was friends with, and it was after a whole situation with the Orlando situation. But I moved in with her, and then her man was like in Ohio. But I moved in with her when she just had a kid. So I was over here saying, oh, it's just postpartum. And she's just telling me, oh, she's just depressed and things like that. But sometimes that just cannot be an excuse to be a shitty person.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And one day, she kicked me out of her house because I moved in with her after that whole Orlando situation. And after that, a week later, she's apologizing to me. I'm already back in Lehigh, so she's apologizing to me. I'm sorry. It's postpartum. I don't know why I did that. Da, 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 da. I became friends with her again. Don't befriend people who show you who they are. That's one thing. Don't do that. No matter how sorry they say they are, just don't befriend people. Just love them from a distance, or just that's it. Like, I don't know, but after she came to my son's first birthday party, we got into it because I said she was complaining about her husband. I don't like when someone's complaining about someone you're sleeping with. You're sleeping with this man.
Yeah.
Go talk to him. You know what I mean? Like
married?
saying nasty things. Saying nasty things about him. And then I was saying, women like you, she didn't even let me finish saying what I was going to say. She goes, you women like me, what do you mean? She didn't even let me finish saying what I was going to say, bro. I don't even remember what I was going to say because she didn't let me finish. And she went off on me for the whole entire day. She ignored me, or she blocked me, and I sent her a whole paragraph saying, yeah, you could just delete my phone number. Like, I don't need to. And then the next morning, early in the morning, talking to some, oh, I don't even know how I got your text. I blocked you. I'm like, clearly you didn't block me if you got my text. And it was D'Angelo was 1. My son was 1. So my son is now 3, about to be 4. And I was bringing him to daycare, but it was early in the morning. She was going off, trying to call my phone, like, just going off for no reason, bro. Like, and then she said something about beating my ass. I said, okay, bet. Come over here. You have a felony. If you want to come on my thing, I'm going to beat your ass and call the cops. I don't give a fuck.
God.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
so it's just like, and she was older. I was, 26, and she was 32, 33.
Wow.
You have a whole felony. You want to come catch this case, bro. And you all the way in Lakeland. Lakeland is like 3-4 hours. Talking about she going to drive over there, come beat me up. I said, bet.
I would say
Some
too,
people
like
can't get
jealous
fixed.
friends too.
Yeah.
Like not even just jealous people, because that gets really weird, and people should be allowed to be friends with other people without it being like
a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why? I don't know, because I don't know.
That kind of goes into like what I said about my first friend breakup, like somebody who, I guess it's giving you like an ultimatum in a way. But there was I'm trying to think. Okay, so yeah, same situation happened in my last friend breakup, I believe. They threw in there that they didn't in our breakup, they threw in how they didn't think they could be my friend if I was still friends with our mutual friend. This happened recently. Like, this is like a recent adult friend breakup. So I feel like that's in a way jealous, but there's also like jealousy as if maybe you're hanging out with like other friends more than that person, and then they get like, which that happened too.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Yeah,
you don't hang out with me, but you go out hang out. Did you ask me to hang out? Like, no.
It's just like, we're not dating. Man. I love you, but we're not in a relationship.
And we don't have the same friend group. So if we don't have the same friend group, you can expect me to be around you all the time.
You know what's funny? I just heard. I was listening to whose podcast. I was listening to a podcast, and she said a good story. She said, okay, so she has multiple friends, right? Just hella friends, and she's like, I don't see anything wrong with having so many different friends, and because every friend and every person's personality is so different, right? So you have, for example, let's just say you're my friend who I know is very social and like a social butterfly. When you go out, you just talk to everybody, you can get along with anybody, right? And then you are maybe, you don't like meeting new people, right? But we have fucking fun, right? When we go
stay
out
at home, that's it.
Yeah, or maybe we just have a lot of fun together, right? But I know that you're introvert, let's just say, and you're extrovert. So she's like, I have these different friends. She's like, sometimes I think about who I'm gonna hang out with, right? Let's just say I got invited to a dinner party, and there's gonna be a lot of people there. She's like, I'm gonna go through my friend group in my head or on my phone, and I'm gonna think about who is the right fitting friend, and no shade to any of the friends, just who's the right fitting friend. Like, do I think Taylor's gonna do good at this sitting down dinner party with me, or do I think Daphne's gonna have a better time and not be uncomfy at this dinner party? There's nothing wrong with that. You just have different friends for different things, like, and that's not for everybody. Maybe you have a friend who can do everything with you, that's fine, but like, you can hang out with people separately and then hang out with people together, but there's never like should be any jealousy. I feel like
a great example is me and Taya. Like, me and Taya, we stay at home most of the times when we hang out. Like, if we're doing anything, it's chilling at home, talking, watching TV, and we had
our workout period, though.
We did have a slack.
we had a workout
yeah, but
period.
It was still just one-on-one.
Yeah,
like,
true.
It wasn't like a group of people and stuff like that. And then you guys go out. I'm not going to be jealous that y'all going out. I don't want to go out. Like, sometimes
I'm a very versatile
want to go.
Yeah. I'm down for anything.
Yeah,
I'm literally down for anything.
Yeah, so are you, bro.
like, you tell me we're doing this, I'm going. I'm there.
Yeah, and I'm just the one that, y'all want to do vision boards at home?
Yeah.
Unless you invite me to run. Don't ever invite me to run. Nobody.
She's gonna say no.
I'm trying to get used to Tam inviting me.
No turkey trot.
Taylor be the one.
None of that, because I'm sick.
Dude, yes, I'm trying to get comfortable with Tam inviting me to what's his name?
What?
To walks. Like, I don't even like walking, but like I'm trying to like it. But
hot girl
I just remember when we were younger, Taya was just known. Like, me and mine and Taya's mutual friend back in the day, we knew that Taya does not, like, she's not a runner. And
why run when you can walk?
I remember there was like a conversation.
Why walk when you can run?
Touche.
Get there faster.
But we're gonna end up at the same place eventually.
Conversation that we were having, I forgot, maybe walking in the parking lot or something, and Taya's like, I don't care if we're getting chased.
No, you guys said, what would I do if someone was chasing me? And I said, well, he's gonna get me because I'm not running.
We were like, you're not even gonna run for that. She's like, no.
But I do this weird thing that when I'm drunk, I like to run away from people, and I like run, and I don't know. I save up all my running power from when I'm drunk and running, so that I can run.
The liquor gave you courage.
But for like no reason. It's never for a reason. It's never for any reason. It's just to run. It's like, oh, I don't run in real life. Let me run right now, and now I'm gone.
You want to do crazy shit when you're drunk. Like,
mine's running.
Be spontaneous.
In real life, I won't do that. Like, you won't catch me running.
That's funny.
But
what is that meme? And I keep seeing it. It's like, you have that when you go with that one friend who likes to just run away when they get drunk, and it's Mickey Mouse. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I understand that. It happens. It's what it is. But yeah, for real, down for anything.
Yeah. So anyway, circling back, I just feel like being a jealous friend is just very odd.
It is
odd, and especially it's like, do you want to date me?
Yeah.
Because if you want to date me,
that's what I feel like has like underlying like.
Yeah. Like, in love with me?
Kind of, yeah. Are you gonna kill me?
Wait, like, it reminds me of that one movie, The Roommate.
Yep.
The Roommate.
Yep.
You ever seen that? Oh god,
it sounds familiar.
Was she like
roommate? They go to college, and the roommate.
Or even Jennifer's Body. Megan Fox.
Oh,
there's a whole there's real life stories about that, like people being pregnant and killing the other friend because they wanted a baby type. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit like that.
I feel like my ex best friend stopped kind of being friends with me when I got with my now fiance.
It's just the girl that.
And that's weird.
live with me.
Oh no. I thought you were talking about the girl. No,
that's a different girl.
Okay.
No, different man, different girl. Yeah. But
some people are just some people just get so mad when you're not even mad, just jealous that you're in a happy relationship,
and that just shows that they're not a good friend. Because if you're not supportive, that's like number one.
You should be happy for me. Not even supportive. Exactly. I don't even care if you like my man or not. Like, be happy for me. Like, if I'm happy,
I support my friends no matter what they do.
That's another good.
My friends be doing.
Good example of a red flag is like being like you said, being supportive when they get in a relationship, because we're not going to be single forever. So and just being an adult, relax.
Okay, sorry, too soon.
Being negative, red flag.
I'm kidding. I take it back.
Just being like being what is it? I keep losing my train of thought. Like, no,
happy,
accepting that we're adults and we're gonna be in relationships. We're gonna get a family. We're grow a family eventually. So we're not gonna be able to be who we are together all the time for the rest of our lives. So
that's that growth.
For example, when Taya, all three of us have been in relationship. Well, she's engaged,
married.
But she's married. But for example, like when I got into a serious relationship, you won't see as much as me as you did when I was single, and that's just duh. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like that shouldn't alter anything in our relationship as friends.
Like, you might see me less,
but there is a line to that, because I do feel like with my, not to get into relationships, but I do feel like there's that line where like you're consumed by a relationship and you lose your friends. That's like don't even. I feel like I was guilty of that in my last relationship. I just barely ever saw my friends, just because I was putting all my time into the guy. And just doing whatever he wanted to do whenever he wanted to, being with his friends and their girlfriends, and just like completely just like losing sight of who I am and who my friends are. Which, guilty, but don't call me a red flag, because I called myself out already.
We were just talking about this topic. We both did it.
I honestly think that's something that we like learn and grow from.
Exactly.
I gotta be back in action.
So we're getting a bit up out here, y'all. We're getting a bit up.
Just to like circle back and end off where we just did though. Like you were saying, and then we'll get into what?
I was just saying welcome back, but really quietly.
She was singing it.
It was really gentle for the soul.
I'm sure I'll hear it when I edit it.
ASMR. With my monotone ass voice.
Oh, me too on the
Put your microphone here.
That's a little ASMR.
Did you say SMS?
A little dyslexic. It's okay.
What's going on right now?
Just a little.
I really do think I am a little dyslexic, but
Daphnie
it's okay.
brought the Taylor Port with the 26% alcohol.
It's okay. No, it's okay, because I discovered it on my own, so it's okay. Self-diagnosed, you know.
Anyway, little note before we get into our next topic. We just like give a little tip when you guys do get into relationships and stuff. It is. Is that a B? Mm-hmm. So it could also be flipped though, from like a different perspective. If you're the friend who cuts off all your friends because you get in a relationship, like that's a red flag too. So like, don't be that friend. And it's like we can be guilty of it, because like in the relationship that I was in, where I didn't see so much of I remember Taylor telling me like I didn't see, you were like a whole different person basically when you were with this guy, and the whole time I was like fucking miserable. And still.
And sometimes that's why we move away from our friends, because we know our friends are not going to accept it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we tell them the truth. It's like, girl, go run. And you don't want to hear that sometimes, you know?
It was even, because there was some times multiple times where I was like, let's go do this at Taylor's house. Let's go grill at Taylor's house. And he would literally tell me no. Like, he didn't want to. And he would either say like, oh, you're always trying to invite your friends or even my family. You're always trying to invite your friends and your family to things. Or what if I don't want to go to Taylor and Aunt's house? Like, what if I just want to do something here? I'm like, we literally do something here every day.
All the time.
Whatever.
It's honestly okay for somebody to be antisocial and like an introvert. But
I was friends with them.
But,
that was the weird part. Like, I introduced them.
Yeah.
So but sometimes I feel like it's just a possession thing. You know what I mean?
Possession, like, and just sure.
They don't want you to be around other people or stuff like that. And I think that's another red flag. Like,
that's so weird.
It's okay to be introvert, but
to
seclude somebody from what they want to do just because you don't want to do it is a red
it was like
flag.
We always were doing activities he wanted to do.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But when it came to
going out and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Anything he wanted to do, we would do.
Yeah, red flag.
And I would be there. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. We can get into relationships.
But in my experience, let me just start in here. Mine would be like, oh, you can always plan brunch with your friends, but you can't plan a date for us. First of all,
sir,
you're the boy.
You're right.
I'm not saying gender roles or nothing, but like around year 5, you should probably plan a date or something.
Not even from the beginning.
Planning brunch, yes, but in the beginning it did happen. But planning brunch is so easy. Let's meet up at this place and get bottomless mimosas and see where the day takes us. That's easy. And the friends that I would do it with were always down for it. It wasn't like, let me plan a date. Let me figure out where he wants to go, what he wants to eat, what he wants to do. Because if it's not something he wants to be doing, it's going to be very short-lived.
Yeah.
And enough about men.
So that's why you would be secluded. Yeah, because like, for example, too, like Taylor told me like she didn't see me often when I was in a relationship, and I just told Taylor today, I was like, yeah, you know what? I didn't see you when you were with that boyfriend at the time,
and we literally lived 1 second from each other.
Yeah, when I moved back here, I was like, oh, I'm gonna see Taylor more. Nope, because so anyway,
What?
That little bug right there was in my freaking.
God, you guys, maybe we won't do this again. Let's get into. We're gonna wrap it up for you guys soon. We're gonna have one more topic. We're gonna share our most traumatic friend breakup. So now I want to know the juicy stuff, like your best friend breakup, and maybe how you dealt with it, how it happened, yada yada yada.
Cool. Let me start it on off.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a specific friend that the friendship, first of all, started off on bad terms. Like, we should not have been friends, but like it was like we were talking to the same kind of guy, and then we like turned on that guy, and then we became friends. But like that's how it started, which that's not
take
healthy.
Note of that.
Right? Yeah. So like that is not a healthy start.
Trauma
and
bonding.
then literally,
trauma
and
bonding,
then it just went like I just feel like every other year something traumatic would happen, and I just like I feel like I remember more memories with this person that were bad than good, because like I just remember one year on my birthday when
that's the side eye to me,
because Luke was there too, but we were all really drunk. But like I just was like I don't know what happened, but
she was mad at me too that
I
I
was not in the mood. And
Everybody
like
got smoked.
imagine like it's your birthday, you're in a hotel, and like you're not in the mood, you're trying to go to
But
bed.
we had a great night,
and
that
then
night,
all
though.
you freaking hear in the background is giggling, like just giggling. We're all in the same room, and there's like, and I'm like, what? Why are you laughing?
Wait, why were you mad at her?
I
that
don't
night?
remember. I can't remember, but I just remember like just being so upset and so mad, and she's just like laughing in my face, and like that was something that happened.
Yeah.
And then there was one time when like she tried to kill me, y'all. She tried to choke me out and kill me. That honestly, that was like when the friendship kind of like turned, because
but you still were friends for a little while after.
So we had a freaking Christmas party at someone's house who was a mutual friend. This was the mutual friend between the two, and I did not want to go to the Christmas party, which was like literally 2 days after she tried to kill me. So I went to said Christmas party, and we didn't talk. We didn't even look at each other. We didn't.
Oh my
talk.
God, I was
remember
thinking like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I remember.
And then towards the end of the night, after like I had been drinking, she had been drinking, like we were outside, and like she apologized to me, whatever. And I'm just such a forgiving person that like, and I was drunk, and I was just like, it happens. It does not happen. I have never done that to any of my friends. I would never do that to anyone. I would never like condone any of that. Yes, Liz?
I just had this, hold on, to chime in on that night at the Christmas party. I had this vivid memory of me, you, and whoever else was there that night. There was like 2 other girls that were on the couch with us. Mm-hmm. And I remember sitting there because it was so awkward, y'all. Like they weren't talking, but they were there.
And this was like a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, 2-bedroom apartment.
Small.
Little apartment, had a hell of people there. So I remember her walking over to us, and we were sitting on the couch, and she was like, you guys look so lame or something like that sitting here. Do you remember that?
Yeah, kind of. Not really.
Okay, she just like threw shade at us sitting on the couch.
Same person?
Basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she was like, you guys look so lame, like just sitting here. Like, what are you doing? Something like that in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
And then just like fast forward, like literally any time after that I like hung out, because we like kind of rekindled things, but it was still really awkward because we got into that really bad fight before she left again, because she told me I was passive aggressive, but I don't think I was passive aggressive. I was just passive. Like I was letting you be aggressive because that's your personality, and I'm just letting it go over because I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna fight with you. Like it's just not something that I do. And then she like went away from the military for a while, and then anytime I would go up to visit you guys up wherever that was, it was just weird. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I couldn't trust her as a person. Like I couldn't trust myself to get like drunk around her. Like I just felt like I felt like she wasn't a good friend to you. Like it just started to like
unravel.
Yeah, and like I wasn't clouded by like the underage looking up to this girl kind of cloud. It was more like, okay, well now we're all adults, we can all drink and do legal things, and like this is the kind of person you are, this is the kind of person I am, and I don't want that anymore. And so in therapy, my therapist helped me come up with this message to send her, and I basically was just like, our friendship has been toxic from the beginning. We have more bad memories than we do have good memories. And she was like, I agree. And I apologize for all the things I've done for you. And I was just like, that was it. And then I haven't talked to her, spoke to her since. And that was maybe a year and a half ago.
I'm happy she apologized. At least she apologized. That's some type
At least you got an apology.
Yeah.
I didn't get an apology.
Yeah. All right. That's me.
Anyway. Sorry.
Yeah. You want to go? I ain't get an apology.
Anyway, before we move on to the next experience, how do you feel like you coped with that? Or was there like a coping era that you had to go through after?
I feel like,
do you think it was already ended before?
Well, the last time I hung out with her was at a Halloween party, and I got really, really high because I smoked, and they didn't tell me it was medical, and that was before I had ever smoked medical, and I got really, really high. And I just remember her like laughing at me when I was laying on the couch, and it was that day where I was like, I don't trust this person. How can you have someone as a friend that you don't trust?
Yeah. That part.
That, like, I cannot trust myself around you because, like, so many times I've gotten drunk and you tried to kill me, you tried to choke me, you tried to fight me, you tried to, like,
safe around
no. And how can that be someone that's considered a friend, a close friend at that? And then that happened, and then like maybe a week or two later is when I sent the message, and then after that it was easy because I wasn't seeing her all the time. Like, we're all adults. I was in a relationship. She's married. Like, it's not like we saw each other all the time, but it was just like she had moved away for a long time, so I'd already separated myself from her. But I don't know. I guess I just surrounded myself with better friends so that it wasn't like I was missing anything. Yeah.
So I do want to go off of what Taya just said about like a friend like that laughing when you don't feel well. I feel like that's just the weirdest thing ever.
That's why. Right.
So when I was living with that girl after the whole situation in Orlando, I went to the gym with her and I wasn't feeling good because I was working out in the sauna. Guys, I know.
What?
I know.
Well, I mean, there is a place like that. Hot works.
Yeah, but that was my first time and I was doing too much.
You were like in a dry sauna.
I was doing too much.
Is Hot Works a dry sauna? Or
does it get as hot as a dry? Oh, okay.
So you're like probably in like a dry sauna.
It was a regular dry sauna, yeah. I was working out and afterwards I got out. I was feeling like I was going to faint. And I think she thought that was like funny, like thought I was joking or something. I don't know if she thought I was joking, but then I was throwing up. They had to call the medics at the gym. Oh, God. And she was laughing before they called the medics. So I feel like that type of friend, the people that don't take like shit like that seriously,
they
run.
Don't have your best interest.
Yeah, they just run. Like if you think me throwing up from working out in the sun, like in the sauna for the first time, is funny, like, run.
That's almost like equivalent to somebody like a what do they say? Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer, right? So there's people who have like ill intention with what was that?
Just being your friend.
Chickens
are fighting, y'all.
Yeah. People have like ill intentions, but like will still like be your
want to be with you. Yeah, want to be around
your friend, but they're waiting secretly for like you to fail or like you to have something bad happen.
And she was definitely one of those people. Yeah. Like she was at a grown age, and I was 20. I was 22, 23 actually, around that time when this happened. So it was just like, girl.
Not to justify that, but Daphnie,
I would be
Daphnie
worried.
Does not eat before her workouts.
That too, but still, I wouldn't lie. Would you?
I know. I'm just saying.
I don't be eating
a bad habit of hers.
I know. Listen, I'm Caribbean. I will literally eat a whole full breakfast or dinner before food.
So you didn't eat before?
I didn't eat. No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not talking about justifying her. I'm trying to figure out why
I didn't eat. I didn't eat, but I was throwing up. Like, you know how the gyms have like the bathrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the sauna was there, and then I had to go like sit by the shower throwing up. Yeah. At first she was laughing, and then somebody else came and got a medic. She didn't get the medic. Somebody else got the medic.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
And then she pretended like she was worried. Like it was just like, okay, that's the type of people like if you can't trust your friends, y'all. Yeah. Like in a bad situation and you think they're gonna laugh, like please just run. That's not the type of friend you need to be around.
Is this the same friend that you said when someone shows you their true colors, believe them?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
That was before the kicking out. Yeah, she kicked me out.
And you're not allowed to watch this podcast, ma'am. Whoever you
are. Please watch it so you can see that
actually,
I'm talking about you.
Watch it and take notes.
And she's pregnant with the third baby that she talks shit about. But okay.
Oh, now we really know who.
With the man that she talks shit about. My sister told me that.
It's you.
Girl.
Break up. So this girl I went to high school with, So friends from high school all the way up to like 4 years ago. Yeah, probably like 4 years ago.
So about 10 years.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years.
Not you showing
Because
your
me
age.
and him been together almost 5 years.
Yeah. That's when it. What'd you say?
Not you showing your age.
Red flag.
I am not a red flag, guys. No matter what they say.
The comments are gonna come.
God, please. I'm sorry. I'm just real.
All right, we were friends since high school. She moved down with me when I came with my mother down here from Maryland. So she lived with me and my mom.
Oh, that's where she was from. I think the people from Maryland.
Crazy.
Oh yeah,
Crazy,
Wait,
child.
aren't you
Yeah.
from Maryland?
Don't go to Maryland.
yeah. Well, I'm from Delaware,
wait,
and then
sorry,
from Maryland,
okay.
middle school, high school.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but the people
I'm not
in
crazy.
Peace signs.
Just kidding.
Peace, love, happiness.
But yeah, like I feel like around the time me and my fiance started dating, she started like pulling away, and I never really knew like what was the reason why we stopped being friends, but we were best friends. Like we lived together. Like she lived with my mom. She didn't pay rent or anything. Like
Wow.
I remember us having like, I asked her like, dude, like what's going on? Like, and apparently like nothing. She didn't say what was wrong, like why she was upset with me or anything. And I'm like, bro,
sorry to cut you off. Was she living with your mom in around this time that you guys are talking?
yeah, like she moved out. She even came back
It's
to
like
live
a
with my
sister.
mom.
It's like a sister.
Even
Like,
after.
you should
That's
even-
what I'm saying, bro. And I'm like, bro, you live with my mom. You don't have to pay rent. Like, you just pay. She just paid. Like, my mom was like, all right, just have her pay for the pool cleaner, which is $70 a month. Like, and that's it. Like, that's all she had to pay. And it's like, bro, you literally live with my mom. You don't have to pay for rent. And I already moved out. I moved with my fiance now at the time, my boyfriend at the time. And she was still living there. And she took that as like, I was saying like, oh, you still living with my mom? No, it's like, bro, you're family. Like, you literally don't have to, like, you live with my mother, bro. Like, rent free.
You're
Like,
my sister.
like
Yeah.
I'm not
Sister.
saying it as a dag, and she
Yeah,
took it as
no.
like, oh, you don't have to worry about me moving back in with your mom. Like, she took it as hate. And it's like, bro, I don't even know why you even think like that of me. Like,
Yeah.
we've been friends for so long, just tell me what's up so I could fix it. Like, what is going on? And still to this day, I don't even know what the fuck happened. She moved out of my mom's house, and yeah, we
She
seen
never
her downtown the
talked
other
to you?
day. Huh?
She never talked to you after
No.
that?
And like, she was never the type to cry or anything. Like, I remember like people in her family passing away, she didn't really cry at all. Like, she was never the
Red
she
flag.
never showed
Red flag.
yeah, she never showed emotion at all, really. And I just thought that was her personality, like, whatever. But like, people around me, they're like, dude, I don't know, like, she may be like,
A
don't wanna
sociopath,
call
a
her-
sociopath, or a
Or
psychopath?
about her?
Psychopath.
yeah, like people will like notice like just things about her
Really?
that like I wouldn't notice because I've been friends with her for so long. Like, I loved her like a sister, so it's like, but they notice little
Damn.
things. They notice like, bro, she literally lives with your mom, like, and doesn't pay anything, and like
Yeah.
she's like, most people would be grateful for that,
Yeah.
and she's just taking advantage and blah blah blah. So you know, people would say
Sounds
all
like
that,
a psychopath to me, or psychopath or sociopath. I'm sorry to bring
Yeah.
both of those up,
So
but
it's like-
and I'm not a mental health person or studied, but I like to watch things like that. And a lot of the times, those people are very entitled, and they don't see real life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they
Yeah.
don't see real life. Because that
Yeah.
situation, I'll be so grateful. I'll kiss
Yeah.
the floor your mama walked on. I'll
Right.
make her dinners
Yeah.
and lunches and everything. You know what I
Literally,
mean?
or at least
Like,
throw something.
Something, yeah.
How did you guys end off? Did we already get there?
I don't even know
Yeah,
how we
yeah.
like
Oh,
we
no,
never
yeah.
really
Yeah.
we never really ended
talked
off
about it or nothing.
about anything.
It
Like,
was
I
just
don't
kinda,
even
like,
know till this
fizzle
day
out.
what it was. Like, and that was like one of the hardest things to get over because she was literally like family. So, but it also sucks because it seems like from her, like me looking at her, it's like it seems like it didn't even phase her at all.
Right.
Like, it's like, bro, how are you friends with somebody for so long and you could just like that not even be worried about
And that's why I feel like
anything? Like, it doesn't even affect you.
psychology should be replaced with sex ed.
Oh, in school.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 6th grade, just because like
Yeah.
things like that is it should be taught.
Yeah.
That
We
right
don't know how to
there
deal with
is
that.
a very it's a mental disorder. And sometimes when people realize that they might have a mental disorder, they might seek help for it earlier, especially at like 11, 12 years old instead of teaching sex ed.
But
You know?
even
But-
that, I feel like sex ed needs to be taught in school first.
No, of
Yeah.
But
course,
I'm
but
saying- I feel
psychology before sex ed, definitely.
I feel like
to me.
everyone should just have to go to therapy. Because even going to psychology class, yeah, you'll learn what bipolar disorder is, but that doesn't mean you're gonna know you have it.
No, I
Like-
get
Or
that.
like, you know how we had counselors in school?
Yeah,
Like everybody
I feel
should
like
be
you should
required.
like once a week
to
talk
talk
to the
to,
to
yes,
check in.
yes, I agree.
Because I feel like I learned
Like,
a lot of shit in high school that I don't remember.
The
now.
only time I
Like-
was required to talk to a counselor was because one day I went into school. I was like probably like 3rd, 4th grade, and I wrote in my journal that day about how something traumatic happened at home, right? About that incident. But I was a kid. I didn't know. I was just writing about it in the book. My teacher read it and she reported the incident
How
to
old
the
were you?
counselor. I was like 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay.
And she reported the incident to it was something I saw happen at home. And the counselor
Sorry.
that had to go down and let me ignoring it too. I had to go talk to the counselor about what happened at home, and then my mom got called. Everything, it was a whole thing. But anyway, I think everybody should be required.
They should do check-ins. Like,
I have a breakup story, and then we're gonna wrap it up for you guys. So my breakup was very traumatic, actually, because it was just like not. I feel like I just didn't expect it, right? And so I was not the one to cut this friendship off. It was the other person, and this person was I was best friends with them for 5 or 6 years, I'm gonna say. And we've moved out of our hometown together multiple times. Lived with said person for 2 years in another state, and it wasn't until we moved back here together to Florida, and they're married. Just things started unraveling a little bit, and I started noticing like different things that I just wasn't okay with. And these are just back to like the red flag thing. Like, we're living, we're learning, we're all fucking doing life together at the same exact time for the first time ever. So I don't like, I'm not hard on myself about it anymore, because it's like, you didn't know any better. Like, you were giving said person a chance. Like, we're all forgiving as fuck. Like, you know, can be too forgiving almost. And maybe this was your best friend, right? This is your
first experience too, you know?
So you don't know. Like, when is enough? Like, when is enough, whatever. Things, I think, started, like, clicking when I was, like, feeling drained every single time that I was with them. And then there was, like, other things, like how they were treating another mutual friend of ours. How they were treating them, and I was like just taking note of everything, and then just boundaries were getting crossed left and right, and like I just really started noticing when we moved back here. So I took the what I thought was and I still do think was the mature route, which was and Bo's coming back.
Welcome back,
hey,
Bo.
Hey,
Bo. Thanks for surprising us again.
He was like, y'all girls still out here. Anyway,
No.
so yeah, there was just like, God, what is that saying now? I feel like that, I don't know if it's like Gen Z or whatever, even though I am technically Gen Z. Like, a canon event. What is a canon event, right? When something happens and then it keeps like more events.
Snowball
like
effect?
Right, snowball effect. So like, there was like one thing I remember that just fucking like clicked that morning. And they basically were talking about a mutual friend very badly to me on the phone, right? And it took everything in me to just be like, damn, dude. Like, and like me and this mutual friend are also best friends. Like, we were like a trio, right? So I was just like, what the fuck? Like, and it was like just very dramatic. Like, I feel like they just shouldn't have been saying these things. And it was like, I think that morning where it clicked. And
was it like hateful?
And did she ever say anything to that other friend?
No, she never did. She never
did.
did.
Hateful things.
It was jealousy. It was like petty, and woke me up that morning just going off. So that's
like the fact that you went to sleep and you woke up and thought about it.
It was early in the morning. Dude, I just opened my eyes to this phone call, and it was just it was a lot. So and it was like,
dreamt
just
about
talk to this person. You know what I mean? Like, we're all like, whatever. Anyway, so I took it upon myself to, and also for more context, this was in the time where I was also going through things in my relationship at the time, transitioning, moving back here, like jobs and shit. Like, I had a lot going on, right? And then this friend was stressing me out too, and I didn't want to cut the friend off. I feel like this is something we could have worked on, but I need to verbalize and express what my issues are. How should this person gonna know, right? Which is what I came to conclusion with when I was going through my healing journey and stuff. Like, I was journaling. I was realizing like what's going on in my head that needs worked on and needs healing, right? And this was a part in my life that needed healing. So I took it upon myself to go talk to said person, said friend, about these issues. And the conversation went well, I thought. They apologized, whatever. Acknowledged everything that I said in the moment. There, I went all the way to this person's house, and I brought up my issues to speak about them. And then, whatever. Fast forward, went home. Like I said, she apologized about whatever it is that I brought up. We spoke about it. I want to say the next day, we didn't talk, and then the following day, I received a long ass message that I had to click on because it was so long that it was a file. And it was that long of a message.
Text?
And it was a text message, and it was a breakup text message
A file?
her pointing out every single thing that I basically brought up and pinpointing it back on me and why it was my fault and how I have healing to do and she can no longer be my friend. And also threw in there how, because I was friends with our mutual friends still, that she was not friends with anymore because they had separated for their own, problems, that she can no longer be my friend because I was still friends with this person. Like, there was a lot, and the message just seems so, like, just like a slap in the face almost. Because, like, you're taking no accountability, right? You're cutting off a very long friendship for things that I feel like could have just been worked out. You know what? But everything happens for a reason. This was a friendship that needed to end regardless of the fact, now that I know that. But in the moment, it's like, if you want it and if you really loved this person and you valued your friendship and whatever morals and shit, you're gonna take accountability for like your wrongdoings, and you didn't do that. But you cannot expect that from people, like, because you'll just be let down. And I expected that because I owned up to things that I was wrong about multiple times.
Do you think
multiple times?
If she wouldn't have sent that message, you'd still be friends?
Today, probably. I feel like there would have been something else that happened that would have led to our friendship breakup.
Yeah.
But I always say, like, it needed to end. But where I feel like the hurt came from was like, you could have did it to my face. Like, we're adults.
Yeah, you saw her multiple times.
That was like a situation where I feel like a conversation was needed and well deserved because I came to you as an adult to your face.
But that shows the immaturities. For sure, the level of maturity and not,
Yeah. Like, so I don't know. That was very traumatic. And the way I healed and coped from that was basically I read the message and I said there was no hatred. Like, I literally sent the most friendliest message back, and I was like, you know what? I'm sorry that this is where we ended up and this is where our story ends, but I apologize for anything that I've made you feel like, whatever. And we never spoke since. Where I feel like I started like feeling a little anger was because a little bit after that, she saw my parents out, I believe, at like the mall or something. And my mom told me that she ignored them. like she ignored my parents.
Oh, your parents actually like try to say hey?
Yeah, like she said hi. Like my mom said hi and they ignored. So I was like, you know what? Like, I don't know if like, and then there was like pettiness on like social media that I saw that I won't get too far into, but it was like, I thought we ended like on very platonic. Like, no fucking
on your end.
Yeah, on my end, right?
End.
That's so freaking weird.
Anyhow,
it's just weird. I
feel like, and friendship breakups are just so much more serious. Like, at least that one was for like, compared to relationship breakups, because you don't have sex with your friends, right? You don't, there's no physical attraction there.
You love
it's
them for
clearly
them.
and girls, like at that, we bond so heavily. Like, we have girl talk, we have like, this is like your sister at some point when you get to that level of friendship. And like, it's such a platonic like friendship that you guys literally bond off of conversation, like, and relating to each other. And so like, when something like that ends, especially when it's not your decision, or you felt like you didn't do anything too wrong. Like, not saying wrong, but like,
but anything to hurt them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. And it wasn't your decision. Like, imagine being broken up with a boyfriend. Like, that sucks, right? Because
just because you told them how you felt about something, you know.
And especially that, right? So that one was like, what if I turned around and was like, I'm never gonna open up to somebody again because look at what happened when I did. So I was like, anyway, so I'm going to therapy. But that was very traumatic friend breakup. So just be very gentle with people, guys, and be gentle with your friends. So and pick wisely, because your friends are important. Like, the people you surround yourself with are somewhat of a reflection of yourself. Like, that is a very true saying.
Somewhat, it's a direct.
Yeah, direct. Like, that is
reflection.
a true saying.
Yeah.
What birds of a fucking
they
feather
always
flock together. And show me your closest 5 friends, and I will show you who you are. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Like, period. And that's why I had to let a lot of people go. Like, people that I used to work with, like, don't hang out with anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, bubble. Because we're not in the same, you know, like, we have a space, you know? Yeah. You know, like, we just... You're not in the same space anymore. Your stories and your morals and your lifestyle does not align, and that's fine. That's so, like you said earlier, you can love somebody from a distance, right? You don't have to necessarily break up with a person, but you
don't have to
separate.
Hate them at all.
Right. So, whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is very long.
I do want to say that a lot of the things that we talked about today is not going to be understood by the younger generation, because we were a younger generation at some point. You know what I mean? Like, 21, 22, we want to do what we want to do, and we're gonna have the friends that we want to have. But sometimes it is best to listen to what other people are saying to understand the situation you're in. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, if I had this conversation, or if I heard this conversation when I was 21 or 22 years old, I think I would have avoided a lot of things that I went through. Yeah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we are at our later 20s now, and it sucks. Yeah,
we know a little something. But don't take this with a don't. What?
I was gonna say something too,
and I told her, "Don't you say anything." I felt it.
We
coming.
We are.
Basically, don't take don't take it with a grain of salt. Like, what we're like, take everyone's experiences
into accountability.
Yeah, because they experienced it, and they just like what they say. Not respect your elders, but your elders like can teach you
wisdom wise.
Their elders
have a little bit more wisdom. Like, I was at that age, and I was like, oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Until I'm like, okay, you know a little bit what you're talking about. You had to live it.
You did this part of life.
Maybe that's how life is. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, where you just have to learn through your own experiences. But if you're younger than 25 and you're listening to us, please take what we're saying into accountability, because it is what it is.
We can tell you this, but you're gonna make your own decisions.
Yeah, of course.
You have to have your own experiences. So anyway, to wrap it up, this is Miss Daphne's last episode with us for a little while till she gets situated in her new city and her new school. And
and we have our weekly or bi-weekly affirmations.
Oh, and that's another thing, guys. We're gonna change our schedules, changing up a little bit. So we're gonna start posting bi-weekly every Monday. Yeah. Right. So just be on the lookout for that. We'll wish you a farewell at the end. Let's go into the affirmation.
Okay. And on the topic of friendships, today's is: good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there.
Period. Good friends. Yeah. We're going to highlight the good friends part. Right. Good friend part. Period.
Okay, I love that. Okay, well, we wish Miss Daphne all the luck and the happiness in her new journey. Wait, that was our graduation song, guys, and wasn't it?
It was
that other song.
The Whiz Khalifa and the Paul
Whiz
Walker
Khalifa.
Oh my God, it was that one.
Yeah, see you again. Sing it. That was so sad.
Oh yeah,
I'm sad. Too much high notes. I'm singing that one. I'm monotone.
That was so sad.
I was saying, I cannot listen to that song.
He died?
No, he died like 2 years. No, he
yes,
passed away.
He
died
like
the year before.
2014.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, but that was our year. That was our year for our senior year.
It's been a while since he died. Oh my God.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Anyway. He was fine.
Oh, so fine. So
he was a fine man.
Respectfully.
Yeah, Daphne will be back.
She'll be back. Yeah, she's got to get situated in her new hometown. And she'll be coming down and popping up on y'all.
Yep, new life Hudas.
Yeah. So yeah, we wish you all the best.
They will also be coming to visit me.
Yeah, we're gonna make trips to a set place. Did we say where we're moving to?
Orlando.
Oh, Orlando.
Yeah, I did say I
didn't know we were going to say that or not.
Yeah, it's okay. Orlando's a big city. They can't find me.
Yeah, no. And they can look for her wife. Yeah. Why are you looking for her?
Right.
So we love you. We wish you all the best. And
end of an era.
We'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye bye.
Well, I got one more drink, but last year's.
Oh, last year's.
Oh.
Bye.